Hey guys, Ningen here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and we finally got the news about VEGITO Blue. They made us wait all the way until the maintenance ended. The official Twitter did not tweet out any information whatsoever. I have no idea why they decided to do it like this, but it is now live in the game. If you're watching this video as soon as it goes up, I am about to stream the actual EZA. But since there was an issue with my game telling me that the maintenance has been extended, I am chilling out in Toonrami's stream and we'll go live in a little bit. So I thought I'd record this video and throw it up straight away just for people to watch. I know some people are in scenarios where they can't watch streams. That used to happen to me when I was at work because for whatever reason our PCs would let us watch YouTube videos but not live YouTube. So I thought I would do a quick breakdown, and as you can see from the title, he is insane. Now, it might not look it when you read his passive, you don't see the big boy numbers, but it's everything combined that makes him so insanely good. So, obviously, let's look at it. So, his leader skill is now Super Class Key plus 4 HP attack and defense 80%. It's an interesting leader skill. It's one extra key and then like 10% more stats than LR VEGITO Blue. So, I mean, it is good, but if you've got like the LR Spirit Bomb Goku or the Int Goku from Super Battle Road, they're of course 100%. And then there are, you know, even better leaders than that, like Tech Trunks and so on and so forth. So I don't think anyone's going to be using him for his leader skill, but it is still pretty decent. It'll be kind of useful in the earlier stages of Battlefield, I guess, as well. So his super attack. Now, if we look at him before, he just did immense damage, which was fine because he could do multiple super attacks. Now he does greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes immense damage. Greatly raises 50%. 50%. And remember, this guy could super attack 3 times without any hidden potential. So this guy can potentially super attack 4 times in 1 turn, which means he will greatly raise his attack and defense 4 times for 1 turn. And that stacks in that 1 turn, and then of course resets at the end. So that, even in and of itself, is absolutely insane. If you get the Dream RNG turn where he super attacks 4 times, he's just not going to take damage from anyone. And then imagine how much counter damage that's going to do. With 4 greatly raises, and then he's just slapping off counters on people. Like, that is actually... I'm actually shocked. Like, we were all wondering, I was secretly hoping, I say secretly, I did mention it on Twitter, that maybe they were going to make him busted, because a lot of Global First stuff has had the habit of being really good. And Goresh made a good point about this the other day. It's because Global is normally behind in the schedule. So when we get something first, if you imagine we get this now, let's say, even if it's really quick, let's say JP gets this in a month's time. If it wasn't Global First, because of how Global is normally behind, it means if JP gets it in a month, we would normally not get it for at least 6 months, which means it would have to scale to the meta of JP in 6 months, except we have it now. So that's normally why Global First stuff is actually really good. And yeah, he is really, really good. So when we read his passive, so attack and defense 40%, that might not sound crazy high, but bear in mind, of course, he does have EZA stats, so if he's fully rainbowed, these are his stats. Very, very good. And then, of course, the greatly raises, even if you get the worst RNG possible and he only super attacks once and then does, like, say, 1 additional normal and no additional super, he still greatly raised his attack and defense, which is his high EZA stats plus the attack and defense 40%, plus any support units you happen to have, and then he greatly raised on top of that. So he has great chance to launch up to 2 additionals. Each has a medium chance to become a super attack. So 70% chance for the additionals. First one is guaranteed. Each of which has a 25% chance to become a super. And then damage received from normal attacks minus 40% counter with tremendous power. His links obviously stay the same, and his links have always been incredibly good. Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, prepared for battle and over in a flash. Obviously Fierce Battle. Power Bestowed by God is probably the weakest one, but obviously very good on a Potara team. And then of course he has Fierce Battle. And he's on Realm of Gods, Potara, Future, Time Travelers, Kamehameha, Last Resort. So, Last Resort. Imagine when the 5-year rolls around, the rotation of this guy with the LR Tech VEGITO Blue. Woo! That's going to be some pretty impressive stuff right there. So I brought up these other tabs just to compare. So attack and defense 40% and 40% damage reduction. So when we look at physical Vegito, Super Vegito, he's a unit that even when he came out, a lot of people still preferred the AGL one over him. And that's because his defensive ability wasn't as good. So if we look at his passive, he gets no defense increase. And then his damage received from normal attacks was 50%. But when you compared that against Vegito Blue, like let's say Super Battle Road, for example, Vegito Blue, sorry, I said Vegito Blue because AGL is blue. AGL Super Vegito in Super Battle Road with no items active will still take double digits from normal attacks. Maybe not from a tech enemy, I can't remember. But the physical Vegito Blue, Super Vegito, will not take double digits. Like 50% damage reduction sounds really nice, but when it's on top of no natural defensive buff, he was actually taking quite a bit of damage. And then obviously the second part of his passive, he just builds up attack. So, even though this number is 10% less, he has this, and then he has this. So he will tank normal attacks way better than the physical Super Vegito, which is the one thing I was kind of concerned about, because I am one of those people. I've never really used my physical Super Vegito. I mean, I did have the AGL one Rainbow by the time the physical one came out, but I've like never really used him because I've always preferred the AGL one. And then when we look at the AGL one, they gave him attack and defense 40% as well. Of course, he has damage reduction of 80% still, but he did not gain this defensive stack. And this is one of the things that is what makes this so good, right? Now, obviously, if you get the worst possible turn where you only get one super attack, you only get one greatly raise, but that's on top of the EZA stats and everything, right? But you gotta be kind of unlucky to do that. Like, generally when you use physical Vegito Blue, you see at least 2 super attacks per turn. And then, of course, the luckier you get, we're talking 3 or 4 super attacks. That is multiple greatly raises in one turn. So, yeah, this guy is actually ridiculous. So, yet another victory for Global. The Global first EZA physical Vegito Blue is absolutely ridiculous. Like I said, if you're watching this video as soon as it goes up, keep an eye on the channel because I will be going live very soon to do the EZA. And then, of course, I will put up a rainbow showcase of him fully EZA'd later. And honestly, I cannot wait to take him into Realm of God Super Battle Road. I think he's going to be insanely good over there as well. So, very, very good. I'm very excited. Let me know what you guys think down below. Do you have your Vegito Blue all ready to go? How many dupes? I actually have a spare copy who I will use the Kais to get to Super Attack 5 and then feed in. So I am very much looking forward to this. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. Good old W for Global. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. You can follow me on Twitch or join my Discord. The link is in the description below. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.